Here's the disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. Cryptocurrencies are risky. Do your due diligence and invest at your own risk. You can lose money. What's up, everyone? My name is J Tragic Jeffrey. Welcome to Crypto Plunder, where there will be no champagne sipping, crypto pumping. I can only give you the real in the crypto world. I know that was a cheesy ass intro that I usually have a lot more fun with, but this is, as you can tell from the title of this video, will not be actually it's not a fun time, right? But this is a exercise and a lesson in value that can't be taught unless it's experienced. And there's certain laws and rules that I have been living by that if you break those laws and rules, you are doomed to lose money. You're gonna have a bad day. And yesterday and the last few weeks has been bad for anybody that invested in crypto at the top. We're gonna talk about that in a second, but this video is about Bitconnect. So first, let me preface this by saying, if I'm clicking this, you saw that this just loaded. This screen came up. You see the buttons are all functioning. This is me inside. This is my referral ID. And if you scroll down, the reason why I want to come here is I wanted to show you something. I want to show this. The fact that I have absolutely nobody that I've referred using this system. Okay? First, I wanted to be transparent to show you that, because most people are going to be like, oh, well, you're talking crap now. It's not like you had any skin in the game or anything like that. That's actually not so true. Let us now go to the dashboard. Let's look at this, and I'm going to click these buttons right here. And then you see this. Now, as we all know, Bitconnect is bye-bye, right? And I'm going to go into a little future past of where I came with this, but one of the things I wanted to do is just show you that, this is a screenshot from this before I transferred my stuff out of my wallet. So you can see now my wallet doesn't have anything. These are actually live links. So if I click on it, it will actually work. See, it works. Let me go back to the dashboard, and I'll click on this again, get these things to work again. There. So you can see there's no active investment. You can see they gave me 19 Bitconnect coins out of what this is saying that I would, everything I earned. I never released any money. I never got any capital out. They gave me 19 Bitconnect coins, which current value, let's go to coin market cap. And here's Bitconnect. Let me go ahead and hit refresh. 2970 is the current. So let's go ahead and change this to 2970. Hit that. So basically I have, if I decide to sell these coins at the current market value, I'd be making $565. We know that in my account, this was what I was supposed to have. I deposited a lot of profit. So I deposited half of this. I've only been in since November, so I lost on this. All right. What is the lesson and why did I do this video? Because when I talked about Bitconnect back here 4 months ago, I said, how the heck are they pulling this off? And what I said was that I couldn't see how the business, I didn't see it being a scam I didn't see it being a scam, but I could not see how or why you would do it, because over the long term, if you had held Bitcoin, you would have earned more revenue without the inherent risk of losing your capital, right? I said this, right? Then I came over here 4 months later, well, still a few weeks later, and I said, if they have a bot, why can't I? Right? So it was like, if they have a trading bot, because everybody was still talking about trading bot, if they had one, well, then I would look into maybe getting my own bot for myself. It just makes more sense. I would have more control of my assets, right? Then you see it a few weeks later, I go into let's talk about bots. Started talking about Gunbot. Then I did some training with that. Then a month later, I started talking about I was gunbotting the bear, how to deal with a bear market with a robot. Then I said I was going to be working on the art of war botting. Then I released the art of war botting, right? So if you wanted to use Gunbot to trade with it, then you could use this system to be able to at least maximize profit margins over losses, because I was holding so many bags. After this, I kind of lost interest, and I started, like I said, shifting gears, shifting my goals for 2018, where I was like, you know what? I need to start thinking more about value, and I wanted to start working value over the long term, because I understand that this is a technology. Bitcoin, Ethereum, all of these technologies are very interesting. But for me, if I'm investing in a company, like if I want to invest in Microsoft, or when I was doing options and doing options trading, I was doing options understanding that if a technology is about to do something that I could see happening over a window of time, well, maybe I can buy an option right before any major announcements, and I might catch a run up when people are being bearish. I'll catch a run up, and if I see the technology is just worthless, then I might do a put or short a position. And then when they release and they're like, hey, we're still a crappy company, then I would make some money. So this started shifting me started to get back into how I was working with options and stocks, and started thinking about companies and the fundamentals and the fundamental principles of the company. All right. Of course, I talked about dips. 2 months ago, I talked about a dip. I talked about November dips getting ready to happen. I started seeing stuff. I talked about I said we were going to be in the January dip. I talked about in December that there were going to potentially be a dip. In January, I'll show you that on the charts and show you some other interesting things that I've seen on the chart. So why am I saying all this? I'm saying this to say that value really needs to be more paramount in what we're dealing with when we're dealing with cryptocurrencies. As I said in episode 28, that these guys don't get it. They don't understand that this is processing power. And I was having a conversation with a contractor yesterday, and I said, what people don't understand is we talk about smart homes. We're going to talk about smart homes that are interconnecting with each other, devices that are interconnecting with each other, manufacturing plants that are interacting with distribution, and cars that are interacting with roadways and roadway systems, and efficiencies in transportation. All of this thing, everything that's about to happen, there needs to be an infrastructure for the validation of all those transactions. There's going to be power necessary to be able to have these machines running. There's going to be charging stations. We're not going to be on fossil fuel forever. So where are the power stations coming from, right? Who's going to power those power stations? So when I look at the possibilities of a blockchain technology, and at the fact that everything's going to be automated, AI is going to automate everything, and there's not one job that I can think of, and I'd like y'all to tell me what job can't be automated. If you look at our Flipboard, and you go over to the Toxic Hustle Flipboard, and you see all the things that we're looking at. Let me look at the magazines. In artificial intelligence, if you just deal with our artificial intelligence, everything is about to be automated, guys. Everything is about to be automated. And if we're dealing with machines that are going to need some form of revenue, do we think fiat currency or our government issued currency is going to be the way that happens? No. If it can be manipulated by an outside source, which all currency can be manipulated, it just has different ways that they do that. If we think that we need to have we need a transparent way to handle a currency, then that would be where cryptocurrencies can be beneficial. But as I said, I don't think of this like gold, platinum, silver, palladium, oil, corn. I don't think of this like a commodity, because if I invest in Adobe and I buy Adobe shares because I believe in their creative cloud and they're going to have more people on the creative cloud, and I think that the price of Adobe is going to go up, am I buying Adobe or am I buying their creative cloud? I'm buying into the promise of what the company can do to get higher earnings. And if it's already a part of my business model, like I use Photoshop, so if it's already part of my business model and I believe in the tech and I believe in where it's going, then why wouldn't I own some? What happens if Adobe issues a coin, like Kodak issuing a coin, right? What happens when these major companies issue a way for you to earn? Or since if you look at Adobe's business model, you have the fact that they're going to, they have their almost like a Shutterstock where you can upload your images or upload plugins. So there's like an economy. Businesses are going to create their own internal economies. All businesses will need to do that to survive, and they can't have a bunch of employees. They're going to need a lot of freelancers to work those businesses, since people are going to be going home now. They're going to be working from home. They don't need to pay your bills and my bills as a business. I'm paying your rent, my rent, your gas, my gas, for like your gas in your home and my gas in my building, your lights, my lights, your health insurance, my business insurance, and regular insurance to cover slips and falls and all that other stuff. So the business is double tapping or double paying just to maintain an external entity. That's going to be reduced because investors are going to want to see profits. And the same way which we saw with Sam's Club closing a lot of stores this year and getting rid of those employees, because employees say, oh, we want $15. Well, guess what? A robot's going to cost a lot less to have in there and with a lot less liability. What's the robot going to sue? Nobody. Is the robot going to go on strike? No. Because it's not programmed to. Not yet. It isn't programmed to have its own mind state. So we've got to understand that automation is going to change everything, and there needs to be a fundamental transaction method for payments, and the current system won't work. 3 to 2 days to be able to verify a deposit or a payment isn't going to work. We're going to need the same speed that we have at credit card companies times 10, maybe even 100, maybe even 1,000. And that's not going to happen with regular technology. It's going to happen with validation of transactions. Well, what's validating transactions? Bitcoin is. This is why I say you have to look at what we're dealing with this not as a commodity, but processing power. This is the energy being used to mine Bitcoin. Is it still going up? Yep. But wait a minute, Bitcoin's price is down. So what? It doesn't matter that Bitcoin's price is down. Bitcoin's price is down because of one reason. Look at this. Look at this surge. I want to show y'all something. Let's go to the monthly chart. Here's the monthly. This is for 2 months. This is the median price of what Bitcoin is the highs of Bitcoin. We're looking at somewhere around $13,849. That's the median price. Yes, it went all the way to 20, but look at what the charts are telling you as a monthly average of the price. Now, look at what what is it telling us about the monthly average of the bottom? Around $9,868. It's about where we are now. Where's the next one? The next monthly is $6,390. But I like weeklies because it doesn't mean we have to go there. It just means we may go there. For me, I see support levels maybe around here, right? Around the 5,000 mark. The next bottom that we've already we're testing that 9,327. The next place to potentially bounce off of, let's get this out of the way, right here. What's that? $7,997? Where's the next? This, for me, seems to be where I'm finding some support, right? Bounce, 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 jump. I think we bounce right back off of this line. Maybe even this line. 5,823. Now, I know anybody that bought up here isn't going to be happy about that. But that doesn't mean you lost money. Unless you sold, you don't lose anything. But when we talked about trading, when we were dealing with trading with the lessons from Sensi Kevlar, what did we learn? That we might have to buy, if the market turns on us, we may have to 2x, if not 3x our positions down here at 5,810. About that. I mean, I'm not going to get it perfect. I got a touch tablet and it's being touchscreen and it's being a little pain in the butt right now. But if we go then back to the monthly, what does the monthly tell us is a potential bounce point? Monthly's telling us it's around 6,351 as a potential bounce. Maybe. Not saying this is where we go. I'm just saying, what do we see? What are the charts telling us? Then, of course, I always told you it's not about just the charts. It's also about what's going on in the news. So we would have to look at the news then to see as to whether or not if we had any good news or not. I don't think I have my news open today because this video is more about dealing with loss. And understanding the fundamental technologies. So the lesson that I learned from Bitconnect, what did I know about Bitconnect? I created a ebook. It's free to anybody that subscribes to the East Coast Crypto Discord room. If you're already a subscriber to the East Coast Crypto Discord room, there's a value investors room. Let me see if I can show you it. Right here, value investing. And you can see that the room is here. If you go to the pinned messages, you'll see right here. We're at version 090 of the Value Investor's Guide to the Crypto Galaxy. In this book, which I released on Monday, in this book, I talk about the need to concentrate on value. And this is before Bitconnect tanked. I didn't know Bitconnect was going to go anywhere. I was actually praying for that money for a vacation. I was not praying. I should say hoping. But that's not a business strategy. And it goes against every rule I wrote in the book. And it was almost as if the universe wanted to actually show, hey, if you go against what's in this book right here, against your core line principles, that you're going to have a bad day. Some of the things I talk about in this ebook is the fact that we should be looking at transparency for businesses. Right? That's in my book. A business should be transparent. Can you see the team? Do they have, and for 2018 for me, do they have a LinkedIn page so I can see their job history to see whether or not, if they say they're a lead developer, well, what have you worked on? What software projects have you worked on? Have you been on anything successful whatsoever? If you think that you lost some money in Bitconnect, that, oh, it's somebody else's fault, then where is your personal responsibility? As I showed you, I didn't have any referrals. I didn't make any money that way. And I lost money too. You saw how much I lost. Where's your personal responsibility? And that's not me being happy about anything. But when you use something like this and you start to look at, when we talk about Steem is not a cryptocurrency but a platform, because I can write an article and earn what we kept saying, earn Bitcoin or earn your crypto, don't buy it. Earn your crypto, don't buy it. What happens when the YouTubes of the world come? What happens when, like, some things like Steemit, when the competitor to Steemit comes out, where I can edit my daggone post after a week and I can edit it like any other blog and still earn, comes out? What is that going to do for other people? Or whenever they release their smart tokens to be able to build applications on their platform, like when this starts scaling out into new frontiers of hosting, like I talk about in the book, I talk about, we have a whole bunch of needs that need to happen. And I heard somebody in the chat in East Coast Crypto was like, well, this isn't 1999. I told him, no, it's not 1999. It is 1997. This is before the market took this huge dump. But you know what? So what if this market takes a dump like this? Does it change the fundamental fact that transactions are happening in a decentralized manner without the need for PayPal? Does it change that whatsoever? No. Does it change the technology? Because I'm not investing in Bitcoin like it's gold. I'm saying, oh, in the future, I believe that transactions can't be housed by Google, can't be housed by Amazon, can't be housed by Microsoft. You can't have it like that. It's not going to work. They can't manage the processing power on a global level. They've proven that when all the crashes happen. Remember when Facebook crashed? Remember when Instagram crashed? Remember when Twitter used to crash a lot? They cannot handle the processing power. Remember when Amazon had half of the country go out and all these websites went down? All these video games went down last summer? They cannot. It is proven that they cannot handle the processing power of the entire world. And they are not going to be able to build it out fast enough because more people are getting online now internationally because of cell phones and wireless devices. They do not have the speed to handle that. So I believe, and this is why I talk about in the book, I believe that we need to have hosting decentralized. I believe we need to think about ISPs being decentralized because of what we see with net neutrality. I believe that we need to handle domain names. I don't believe that anybody can just shut down your domain name whenever they want. So I'm talking about .coms, .nets, .io, .co. A government shouldn't be able to shut you down whenever they feel like it because they don't like what you're saying. That if we're truly free people, that then we need to decentralize or distribute the risk on a distributed platform. And what is that? It's something similar to a Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is Internet 1.0. Like Bitcoin for me is AOL. It doesn't really have any programming. You really can't do much, but maybe chat, and like AOL was just about chat, and it was just about being able to then touch the internet a little bit. And then everybody had broadband, or people started getting cell phones and getting access to the internet. And then we had applications that were connected to the internet, but it seemed seamless. We're dealing with processing power, and that processing power
not being housed in one location or 5 locations or 7 locations. It's spread out across the entire globe. So this is why we've got to start thinking about these things differently. And as I say in the Value Investor's Guide to the Crypto Galaxy, we have fundamental flaws that are not ready yet. So do I believe this is the 1999 dip? I don't know, maybe. I don't even think half the people knew what Bitcoin, still don't. I don't even still think people know what Bitcoin is. I don't know if we've already had traction. And the fact is, and this is a fact, Bitcoin doubles in price from each dip. January, there was a dip, and it doubled. January, there was a dip. Can't see it too well here, unfortunately. Right there, and it doubled. January, here's a dip. It more than doubled by December of this year. Of last year. So we start the year right here, and while we have a dip, that's because people who don't understand the tech are scared and pulling their money out. Well, it doesn't matter. The business of what Bitcoin does has not changed. And if it follows protocol, it should double its opening price by December of this year. Now, is that me saying that it's going to do that? No. I'm saying that if you look at the last 2 years, that's been the consistency of this. Right? It has doubled in price from January to December. And while this looks horrible, we've had some major reasons why. The Bitcoin Cash civil war pulled the price down. We would have closed up higher. Then when we took this dip, maybe it had stopped here. But because this had already pulled it down to here, where is it going to go? Down to here. And it's already touched that line. And we've seen that there is some weakness in February's, right? So from January, let me go back a little bit further. There's some weakness right here. January 25th, February 22nd, February 29th, February, the first week of February, January 26th, January, and a little weakness on the first week of February. So these are small dips, and they don't look crazy now, but as more and more people got in, these small little dips that we found here look larger. Small dip that was here looks larger. This is the same small dip. This is the July dip. The September dip, excuse me. This is the June/July dip. All right? This is our January dip. That looks crazy because there's a lot going on, including the Bitconnect crud. Did I pull any money out? No. Never got an opportunity. Wanted to. Was planning to go to do my vacation. But this is why I say you earn your crypto. You don't buy it. And if you follow what's in this book, you will start looking and evaluating these companies better. Because if you did follow what's in this book, like I should have been, while I was writing this book, I was writing it because while I like trading is not fundamentals of a business. And Warren Buffett buys good businesses. He buys value. He learned that from Munger. And that's why he is who he is. And he was able to do that through a depression. Well, his father was. There's books that you should read. The Richest Man in Babylon being one. Because there's laws of gold. And one of those laws is that we're not supposed to try to make money or gold. We shouldn't use fanciful dreams about its earnings. There should be no fanciful dream. There should be no looking for Lambos and Corvettes and Lamborghinis at a fundamental technology that is still in its infancy. We're still not even there yet. But at the same time, we're dealing with 42 terawatt hours of energy being used to validate the transactions. And that number is going to keep going up as more and more people are buying mining equipment. More and more companies are buying mining equipment. Everybody can sit there and say crypto is a fraud, but I want you to go to Google. I want you to put Bitcoin mining rigs and then click the images tab and look at all the rigs people are building. Or Bitcoin mining farm in Google. Put it in quotes if you want. Bitcoin mining farm, and look at how many rigs. That's thousands of dollars. That's hundreds of thousands of dollars being invested in the infrastructure for Bitcoin. I had a talk with a real estate company last week, Monday, as I said in my last video, and I said that this is a real estate company that is mining Bitcoin, Litecoin, to validate transactions because they believe in it. Because they believe that the internet's going to be decentralized. They want to diversify. They believe in hosting being decentralized, websites being decentralized, applications being decentralized. I believe in all those things too, and I talk about that more so here. So, like I said, go into the value. Make sure you go into the East Coast Crypto Discord room. The link will be in the description below. Make sure that you join my value investors room. Join the value investors room because that's important. That's extremely important. Because if you join this room right here, we're going to start using this book and finding the value. Because who's going to be the next YouTube? Who's going to be the next hosting company? Who's going to have all our files host? Who's going to be the next application building company? Who's going to be the next, the company that's going to handle Mesh ISP, where you can earn money from selling internet to your neighborhood or to license it to other neighborhoods? We need to take everything that's centralized and decentralize the entire thing. And this is the manifesto for the decentralized internet that's coming. We are in 1997, guys. This is not a new thing. The internet was decentralized, but of course the powers that be could centralize it. Now any country can get involved, and it's about writing good applications, having good people come up with good ideas for new problems. And the new problem is, yes, we could control it. Now Bitcoin showed that we can decentralize sending value back and forth. Now Ethereum showed we can send applications. We can have a decentralized application. That's okay. We're getting closer. That was like when the first version of JavaScript, or the first scripting language. Now we need great programming languages, but we don't need to write them. I talk about that in the book. We don't need to write these codes. They need to be drag and drop. So who's the company that's having a drag and drop interface to be able to build applications that they're better, they're more free from coding issues, and they're easier to upgrade? You see the problems that can be fixed with decentralization? Who's going to be Spotify? For artists, where artists can earn from streaming music rather than trying to sell it, because nobody wants to buy anything. I know that as an artist. My music is on Spotify. I make more money streaming music than I ever did trying to sell you a 99-cent song. I'm looking at this at a practical way. And when we lose in something that makes no sense, did we see a team? No, with Bitconnect. We saw no team. When we saw the software, was it consistently being updated on the GitHub? No. Because there was no real development happening. Everything that I talk about is in that book right now. So let's get smarter and look for long-term value, because then now what we're doing is looking for internet utilities, things that are already a utility on the internet, like listening to music, watching video, being able to write our words online. Who's the social network that's paying you for, instead of Facebook, where they're stealing from all our information and throwing ads at us left and right? What if it's who's going to be the social media network or the social network that we can communicate back and forth, and it's easy for us to send revenue back and forth to each other? You know, Steemit is destroying the publishing business. People don't see that yet. That I can write whatever I want and I can earn. It may not seem a lot to you, but then let's say that's 60 cents. But if Steemit's price point is higher than the US dollar, then this is actually higher than 60 cents. So what I want to say to y'all is we've got to understand that this is not gold. This is not dollars. It's not the new gold or platinum or oil or whatever they want to fancy crap they want to come up with. And any company that we're dealing with, like a Bitconnect, if they're not offering a reason of why their technology is important, unfortunately, we've got to be smarter. Yeah, we love to play high risk games, but you should only then be playing 2% of your portfolio on a high risk. If you put more than 2% of your portfolio in a high risk venture, then you get burned. And I got burned on this one too, because I did not follow my own rules. But I'm changing that, and you'll change that. And it doesn't mean that we're out money forever. It just means we're going to be smarter with the earnings we receive now, and we have even more reason to start earning. You have more reason right now to start earning more currency. It's up to you. So I'm keeping it short today. I didn't go through a lot of news and all that other stuff because I know there's a lot of people hurting. There's a lot of people pissed. I'm pissed. I'm annoyed more than pissed because I hate seeing people lose, but I also hate seeing people lose without a solution for future gains. So go into the East Coast Crypto Discord room, subscribe to subscribe to East Coast Crypto. Be sure that you get your subscribe to the newsletter on eastcoastcrypto.com. This way we can get you into the East Coast Crypto rooms, which was where my value investing room is. The reason why we want to do that is we're trying to make sure that it's a core group of people that really care, rather than just somebody that wants to pop in and pop out, right? So if you're willing to take those extra steps, it lets us know that you're serious about learning about crypto, not just trying to make a quick buck. That's not what we're here for. That's not what East Coast Crypto is here for, or any other of the great people that you're going to meet in our community. Okay? So subscribe. When you join the Discord group, when you get there, you'll get a welcome message. Click on the welcome message. It'll bring you here to our welcome screen. And on the welcome screen, you'll have, the rules. If you want to subscribe to East Coast mailing, subscribe to the East Coast mailing list, and that'll give you access to some of these rooms, like my value investing room, right? So, guys, I know a lot of you took some heavy losses. Like I told you before, I don't have any. I didn't have any. Well, I can't do it right now but I showed you earlier in my video. I had no referrals. I didn't refer anybody. I lost like you lost, but I want to offer a solution rather than give you another problem. I want to offer solutions, and offering a solution is, let's start looking at value more serious in 2018, because what we're forgetting is this is a fundamental change in technology. the distributed network is a fundamental change in technology that AI is going to need, and that virtual reality is going to need. And the reason why we're not ready for virtual reality truly, and the reason why we're not ready for artificial intelligence truly, is because it does not have enough processing power to run effectively and efficiently for the world. So if we know that's a problem, what's going to fix that problem? The distributed web. And if all these guys are saying we're going to need a universal income, they're going to try to tax AI, that's not going to work. You can tax it so much, but you can't pay for everybody. What's going to be smarter is that we're going to have a way, whether they earn from mining, purchases of stuff, of products that have mining stuff in there. So like your lamp will be mining, your TV might be mining, but it's not going to mine the way that Bitcoin mines. It might be different. And you might earn rewards. And those rewards will be converted into your currency of choice. That's the future. Okay, so then what companies are going to solve the problems? We buy companies or buy into companies that are solving large scale problems, and there is where you'll earn. Okay, so enough of that. East Coast Crypto Discord room, go ahead and join. Make sure you subscribe to the newsletter on eastcoastcrypto.com. Be sure to start coming into the value investing room, and go ahead, and when you get there, go to the value investing room, hit that pin, and in there, you'll see my investor's guide to the crypto galaxy. Value investor's guide to the crypto galaxy is going to help you. I appreciate everybody like Chaotic Apollo, who's already read it and finds value in it. That it's free. I'm not charging, because this is more important to me for you to see the value in the future of the technology than me earning a quick buck. And I know a lot of people are not going to do that, but if you listen to somebody like Gary Vaynerchuk says you need to leave money on the table for other people before you jab, hook. Like, I'm going to keep jabbing. I'm going to keep giving as much as I can, because that's what I believe this community needs. It's one of the best ones in the crypto space. And we can't let something like this even remotely pull us down. Because, yeah, we took a risk and we knew the risk. But now, let's keep looking for value. Let's start finding value on our own. In the future, we might even start offering our solutions to other people at cost, and the community gets paid. So take this book not just lightly. Take it as a fundamental practice for you to start earning, and for us as a community to start earning off of our knowledge, that we're so well versed and educated in crypto that we dominate and decimate everybody, because nobody else is out there. They're all looking for referral cash. To hell with referral cash. Let's find value and invest in it, because let the scared people run, because we're going to make our money long term. If you were able to buy into the internet, into an ISP, like a T-Mobile when it was OmniPoint, if you could buy into those smaller companies, you had access to buy into them before they blew up, would you? Well, now you can. So make sure you get into that room, do that. Subscribe to the channel, please. I am going to start digging harder for us. We've got to start researching, and I want your feedback as far as, do you see something I don't see? That's why we're going to use the Discord room. Hey, Jay, I saw ... and I think it's ... and give me reasons, because you're using the value investors book, not just because you listen to some idiot out there who's just trying to pump. We don't do pumps. We don't do dumps. I don't want to sell a coin if I know it's going to be $20,000 later or $100,000 later. Let's go find those $100,000 coins, not because we're speculating, but because we understand the fundamentals. So subscribe to my channel, because we're going to change this crap. We're going to change all these people that have been running fast for cash and get back to fundamentals of business, because this is a new business model. All right? If you're not saying this right now, if your mantra is not this, you're going to have a bad day. We don't buy Bitcoin, we earn it. Bitcoin accepted here is a mantra. It means update your resume so that you can talk about cryptocurrencies as you get versed in them. Start going to places like freelance.com, elance.com, upwork.com, fiverr.com. Fiverr's with 2 R's. Start going there and start potentially earning from doing due diligence work or earning for writing articles about cryptocurrency for websites and blogs. I'm going to try to help you see a bigger picture. I can't walk the path with you because I'm walking my own damn path. Start using Steemit as a platform to put your stuff out. Start looking for those video platforms that are decentralized that'll pay you and start putting out content. Because when you don't have a job and the jobs are automated out of existence, the only thing we're going to have as a gross national product is entertainment. And putting out videos that are stupid over the long term, like fight videos and cat videos, they're not going to work no more. Places like YouTube and I guess that's really the only major, even Facebook videos, people are going to go there to learn from you. It's already shown that how to is one of the biggest terms searched for on YouTube platform. And YouTube is one of the largest search engines next to Google. So start earning your coin. Earn it. All right? So I want to thank you. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the notification bell because they're not going to tell you you got a new video unless you hit the bell. So hit the subscribe, hit the bell, and I thank you for spending time with me. I thank you for allowing me to help however I can for you to grow your new distributed network business. I'll talk to you later. This is Jay. I'm out. Peace.